Hi there everybody, it's Amanda Hilburn, palette knife painter, and today I'm going to show you how to create a very loose and almost abstract, fun American flag. And we're going to do it on something different, not a canvas. We're going to do it on a piece of metal. This has a little stand on the back, if you can see. I got these at a craft store, and I'm going to show you how to prepare this so that you can paint on it with your acrylic paint and your palette knife and make a cute little 4th of July decoration. Don't miss my live video on YouTube this Thursday night at 7 p.m. We have some exciting things to talk about, and I'm going to share some exciting news with you. I'm going to show you this one that I just showed you here. That one is not prepared yet. That's just the way it looks when you get it at the store. But what I did to this one is I added some clear gesso. Now clear gesso just prepares the surface to hold paint, and you can put this on things like wood, metal, plastic, things like that, and it will make a surface that allows your paint to adhere or stick for a more layman's term, I guess you would call that. Let me get my camera just right. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did this on here first. So I just took one of these cool little sponge brushes and my clear gesso. You can just squirt some right there on the sponge, and then you just spread it. And you spread it all over the entire piece, and then you let it dry. And after it's dry, then you can use your acrylic paint on there. It's really easy to do. So the surface is not going to be as shiny as it was before we added the clear gesso, but this is the only way that you can make the paint stay when you're using acrylics. Okay, let's get started. And here's a little sample. I like to do things in my sketchbook first, so don't look at that, that's something else. But here's a little sample of what we're going to try to do on our metal, and it's a very abstract, rough, rustic American flag. Alright, I don't know how funny you are about making sure that things are exactly equal as far as making lines and things like that. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of roughly sketch out the idea of where I want these things to go. So I'm going to start with, you can use any color paint you want to for this. I'm just going to start with making like a little box up here in the corner. Alright, so that's where my stars are going to be. And then I'm just going to take, this is a ruler, I use this all the time. It's a metal ruler, and if you roughly want to make your lines for your red and white stripes sort of, kind of equal, then you can take a ruler, or you can take, it really works better if you have one of those retractable measuring tapes, but you can also do it with this. Let me move my coffee out of the way. And what you do is you decide maybe 1 inch, 2 inches, however wide you want this to be, and you put your finger there and then just run it down the edge just like so. Alright, so now we're going to need, that was 1 inch, we're going to need 2 inches now, and then we're just going to run down the edge, and it's not not straight, but I don't care if it's not perfect. That's not what I'm known for. Rustic is what we're going for here. So with each inch, you just need to move it to the next number and just kind of pull it down. So we need 5 inches now. And that just kind of roughly gives you some lines that are somewhat the same size. I know it's not perfect. All right, now let's talk about colors. This is my fancy palette here, my paper plate. And I'm going to use, you can use any brand of paint you want to use for this one, but I would highly recommend that you use acrylic paints that are in a tube, whether it's a tube like this, a tube like this, or a tube like this. These are much thicker and much easier to use with your palette knife. So you need Alizarin crimson, cadmium red, titanium white, cerulean blue, and ultramarine blue. So reds, whites, and blues are the colors that we're going to be using. Okay, so I'm just going to get a little bit, well, I've already got some of that out, a little bit of all these colors out, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy this is. I'm going to be using my palette knife, and I'm just going to take some of this cerulean blue and swipe it across. Just block in this paint right here, this color and this little rectangle that we made. Now, while you still have some of this blue, pick up some of your ultramarine and just put it in there, just like this, just to give it 2 different colors of blue that we got going. All right, then wipe your knife with your paper towel. Get all that blue off. And we're going to start on the red and the white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in just the alizarin crimson first. So we're going to start with a red stripe here. I'm going to hold it down. Okay. Then this one's going to be white. And this one's going to be red again. And it's not perfectly even with the other stripes, which is fine. We're going for messy here. Then this one's going to be white. Then this one's going to be red. Notice I'm just kind of scooting the paint back and forth, pulling it down in a few spots. Just get this dark red in these spots where you need it. Whatever way works best for you. Wipe that off, and I'm going to take some titanium white and do the same thing right here to make our white stripes. Now, one thing that I did in the original that I showed you, my sketch, was that I let some of this white and some of this red kind of blend together or streak together, and that is just fine. going to come back and put more of a clean, bright white a little bit later. So here's our last white stripe. This is going to go pretty quickly. This is going to be a fun and a fast and fun project that you can really do on just about any surface. So if you could find some scrap wood or something like that you might want to do this on, that would work. And you may even want to leave some of the metal or the wood or whatever it is you're painting on showing through in a few spots. Like, I really like the way this red right here looks, so I'll probably leave that there. Okay, next we're going to take the cadmium red and just pull it down in some spots on top of the Alizarin crimson. And it's just going to give you a cooler, brighter pop of red. And I'm just doing this really fast and really messily. Is messily a word? That's what I'm doing. Being messy. Okay. And now we just need some clean white. And you guys, we're almost done already. So let's get some clean white paint that doesn't have any other colors mixed in there with it. Make sure your knife is clean. Pick some of that up, and we're gonna just put the indication of some stars here. Because remember, this is sort of an abstract and very loose painting. And this is not the complete flag. I know that the flag has more stripes than this. This is just an abstract, kind of a zoomed in flag painting. Okay, so let's get a good bit of that white and put it down. Try to keep it clean so it'll be nice and bright. And you guys, that's it. There is our fun little fast flag decoration that you can use in your 4th of July decoration. And I'll try to hold it up and show you. All right. So there you go.